Hey Dezo, here's a little video of the Colt 44 Army Navy 1858, I think it is. So this gun was cheap. It was 160 bucks, so I bought it for myself as a present. I didn't come with this. This cost I think it was another $40 or $50 for a kit. This is the flask that puts out. Theoretically, this is supposed to be 30 grains, so you hold your finger on it like this. You do this, you tilt it, you flick this thing, that fills up with this, you turn it back up, it's closed, and then you put it in the little spout. It's pretty simple, it's a pretty good idea. Apparently they cut this down to whatever size if you tune your gun. Apparently the less gunpowder you can get it in, the more accurate the gun becomes. I know that sounds weird, but that's what the guy was trying to explain to me yesterday. But I do sort of understand where he's going. The more power and the more force you put into it, the more the bullet rises when they come out on these guns. So then you get this. This is another measurer. This is a different way of measuring it. You just set this into whatever it is, and you fill this up, and then you pour that into little doodaddy. Give me these wads. I'm a bit confused about these wads because I've seen them on YouTube, and they put them in between the black powder and the ball, and the guy in the gun store was saying that you put them in front of the ball, but I don't know. The manual is there's a really cool manual that came with it. Unfortunately, I am so blind, even with these glasses, I can't read that yet, so I'm going to hopefully get my eyes tested during the weekend, buy proper glasses where I can start to see once again. This is the little cap loader. You put the caps in this end here, and then they end up sliding along this to go into that, and that goes into the, I don't know whether you can see that, but that's where the caps go on this gun. I'll take the gun out in a second. These are the balls. They give you 25 balls. You can see they're fairly hefty size to it. This is some type of wrench. No idea what it's for. Figure that out at some stage. They give me more of these wadding. These are half the size of the other ones. I don't know what they're for either. Anyway, and then I went and I had to buy caps. They say buy the two sizes, but depending on your gun, they're only a couple of dollars. I think there's 1,000 in each of these. So there's 1,000 caps in these. These are like $6, and then I bought box bullets for black powder. I think they were like probably $12. This is the gunpowder. This was probably the most expensive thing. I think it was like 25 bucks. I wanted to get original black powder, but you have to get a hazmat license in California to transport it, because it is in earth or whatever they were saying about where this one is not. Apparently this one you can shake and everything, it shouldn't blow up. Funny if it does. So that's about that. And then the gun itself is her, which is, I think she's beautiful. This is the half-cocked thing I'm talking about. The gun is sitting on a pin there, so anytime you do that, even if I let it off, she would be sitting on a cap, meaning that if you drop the gun or you hit this hammer here, the gun literally would fire. Like if you even did that, it would fire probably. So half-cocked is there, that's safety. Once it's in that position, the trigger can't be pulled or anything, and that's when you work on the gun and you load it. I don't have two hands, but I'll try and show you how the loading thing works on it. Where is she there? Pull this back, and then you see this lever comes down. So what that lever is doing is, I don't know what you can see in there, that lever is coming into the cylinder. So you put the ball on here, this little niche there first, you put the ball in there, you spin it one, and then you compress the ball in with the cylinder. So it's got its own little bench thing. It seems to take about, I haven't loaded this yet, but it seems to take about 5 minutes for it to get 6 rounds into it by the time you finish with all your bits and pieces. And that's her. We'll go and see what she's like tomorrow at the range. I just show you the parts here because you might not be able to see any of this stuff at the range tomorrow. You'll just see me shooting it if I can get Benny to hold the camera or somebody to hold the camera. Still haven't bought a holster for it. If I get into this, It seems to be a lot of work involved in it, but I really don't. Sometimes I don't like going to the gun ranges. I love going to the gun ranges, but after the first couple of clips, there's not really much else to do. You know what I mean? Unless you're trying to for accuracy, and I'd rather get into accuracy with this. So that's pretty much that. That's my little video on my little gun, and no license, no permits or anything needed for any of these. Because they're black powder, you can transport them. You just have to have them in a steel box, and you got to keep the caps separate from your gunpowder and your balls. You can even have the gun loaded, you just can't have the caps on it, which is strange. So be it. Right on.